Hi, thank you so much for joining me today for day 29 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life. This sketch is in the top left hand corner, you can see there, and it's created by Natalie Archer. I'll leave her details down below. And today I'm creating a companion page for the page I created yesterday, once again using the brand new Vicki Boutin Discover and Create. I never know whether it's Discover and Create or Create and Discover. I'll get there though. So I've printed out 3 photos per the sketch, but I am going to put them horizontally straight across the page. I just couldn't work out how to do the the diagonal that we've got there in the sketch. So I've chosen this stripy paper as my strip across the page, and then I've got 3 photos of James again at Wembley Stadium back in 2018. So one of him sitting waiting to go on the tour, one sitting in one of the players' chairs, and one in the stadium. And he's got those funny headphones on because it was a walking tour, so they were listening to the commentary as they were going around. So the second paper I chose is this one with the embroidery hoop on, and I thought this would be perfect to create those semicircles behind the strip of paper. Now I think it's more of an oval on that sketch, but I wanted to create a circle because Wembley Stadium is well known for its arch that goes over it, so I thought this would emulate that arch quite nicely. So I'm not using a full semicircle, I'm just trimming off a little piece of it, and I decided to go wonky with the graph that's inside the circle. I really like the look of it being offset rather than being straight up and down. So just using that as a template to get the other one to go at the bottom of the page. And there I have them. So I am going to distress all the edges of all these, but before I do that I'm going to mat the photos onto this blue paper. I just wanted to bring out the blue in James's coat and also in the Wembley that's written on the seats in that first photo. So just gluing them all down, and then I shall trim them as one piece and then cut them apart. I don't know why I cut them apart actually, because they're so close together. It could well have been stuck down as one mat, but anyway, they look very nice, slightly offset against one another once I've finished this. So as I say, just trimming them down and then cutting them apart, and then I shall carry on with the layout. And quite often you'll see me creating layers behind my photos. Today I'm actually going to create those layers behind the central strip going horizontally across. So here I am just distressing those edges. I did everything, that strip that's going across the black and white strip, the semicircles, and also the 3 photos. And now I'm going to start working on those strips to layer behind that central horizontal strip. So cutting off the branding strip from that piece, and then another sliver of paper about the same size as a branding strip, and then one slightly bigger to go at the top. And then I'm looking to see what else I've got. This is the paper I used yesterday, gorgeous floral on the back, so I'm going to use a thin strip of that floral at the bottom, and then I'm just going to start layering to see how it all works. So just seeing what I can do. I think about bringing in that blue piece, but it doesn't end up on the layout in the end. I think there's enough blue behind the photos, so just working with these strips that I've cut, and I will tear them in half and use the other halves elsewhere. And they're great because they're double-sided, a lot of them. I can flip them around and use both sides. So there's that branding strip. And I don't want them all to be the full 12 inches, so I'm just trimming this down to get it slightly smaller. And the same with that floral piece. And I'm going to start gluing so that I can see where I go from there. So just using my PVA glue just to get those stuck down. And it takes a little bit of a while this, but it's well worth doing. It adds loads of interest to this page doing this. So I'm still really enjoying this collection, still getting to know it a little bit. There are some beautiful pieces in there that I can't wait to use. I seem to be using a lot of the neutrals at the moment, but I will show you a lot more with this collection. I've taken the lot. I'm just waiting for the papyri pieces to come in, and the stamps and the journaling bits, and forget what else now. I think it's mainly the pads after that. So just using all those little scraps that I've cut off the other pieces just to layer up. And then I will go in with my fingernails and just rough up all the edges. I think if I'd had the foresight, I probably would have done it with my distress tool, but I'd just go in with my fingernails. Now this piece had a tiny bit of blue showing, so I'm just trimming that off because I just wanted it to be all the neutrals here. Almost there. It's a lot of fiddling and faffing, sorry. And then I'm going to bring in my T-square ruler just to check that everything's straight when I glue it down onto the page. Just this last little bit now to find a home for. And I really love those neutrals against the orangey yellows in these papers. They're absolutely gorgeous colours. I was so excited for this collection because it really is my colour palette. So here I am with the T-square ruler just to check that it's all straight, and then I can glue that down onto the main page. And as soon as I glue it down, I realise I haven't got the semicircles in, so I quickly tuck those in as well before it dries. This is why I tend to use wet glue, because I have a little bit of time to move things around if I need to. So there I am with those semicircles, and then I'll just add some glue behind once they're tucked in safely behind that strip. So just going around and roughing up all the edges. And there we go, it's all done. So now coming in with these photos, and at first I thought that they were going to be spaced equidistantly across that strip, but in the end I decided that actually that's the perfect spot for my journaling. So I come in with my journaling, which just reads, "You and Dad had so much fun doing the Wembley Stadium tour whilst Amelia and I went to Wild and Woolly for Knit and Natter. A great day, but boy was it cold, we even had some snow." So just recording the mundane really, but it's important to record why we were there and why they went on the tour on their own without us. And I will do some pages of Amelia and I at our knitting group. So just getting those stuck down with the Sticks 2 foam pads, the 25mm foam pads on a roll. They're really brilliant and easy to use. And now I'm going through the chipboard pieces from this collection. These are lovely. They're slightly thinner than the previous collections, and they layer beautifully. So I'm just using the word enjoy, and then I've pulled out, well, I thought I was going to use a star, but I switched that out for a heart, and I pulled out one of the hearts. But there are some gorgeous leaves and things in there. I cannot wait to use more of this. Whilst it's not an autumn collection, there are definitely some nods to autumn in this. So it's really, really nice for this time of year. So just coming in now with the foam stickers. These aren't chipboard, they've chosen to go with foam this time. And I pulled out this tag that says the details, and then I'm going into the sticker book just to see what I can layer up with that. So I pull out one of the circular tabs. Again, this is a tag actually, it's got the hole at the top, and just layering that up next to that foam piece. And then I'll go back into the sticker book to see what else I can use. Having a flick through, and I end up with the blues again and pull out one of the labels to stick along the bottom, and that will be the place that I date stamp. So the page that I created yesterday, I didn't have any journaling on, I just had the title of where they were. And so this page I've added the journaling, but I've not bothered with a title per se because that's on the other page, and these will be next to each other in the album, so there was no need to put Wembley Stadium on this one as well. So I'm really enjoying that cluster. It's starting to build up nicely. So just adding my date before I forget. And then coming in with some more stickers. So this one says things to remember, and I end up nestling it up underneath that chipboard piece that says enjoy. And then decide that it's time to stick the chipboard down as well. So going in with the title first, and then I'll stick that heart down afterwards. And you can see as I go through the layout, my desk gets more and more messy. I've got the chipboard lined up on the left-hand side there, the stickers on the right. I do tidy up from time to time. As I go through, you'll notice the things suddenly disappearing, but I am terrible. I just get lost in the moment, I think, and just keep going. So I'm coming in with some red wax twine. I haven't got a lot of red. There's not a lot of red in this collection. There is a tiny bit, but it's mainly oranges and yellows. So I just wanted to bring the red in that you can see in the stadium there. So I thought the wax twine would be a perfect opportunity to do that. So I just threaded it through that, the details tag, and then through the label tag. And then I'm just going to loop it over and back down to the right-hand side of the journaling there. Just trying to decide what to do, but that's what I ultimately do, and stick it underneath the details tag. So you'll see in a second, I just lift that up, there we go, and just let it trail down there, and I do add a dot of glue just to keep it in place. So back into the stickers now, and I'm looking for some little word phrases that I can add. I find one that says living your best life, which I'll add to the top above the date stamp. And then back into the foam stickers again, and I find a little one dot that says now, and I just think that works nicely there. And then I'm going to go into the, oh, there's another little foam sticker here, a little heart, a gold heart that I add to the bottom there. And then I'm going to go into the ephemera pack and just find a little heart. I switch that pink one out for the purple and just add that at the top, and also one of the little buttons from that card. These are just pop out pieces from that card. And it's just adding some circular elements to that top cluster. So just gluing those down with some wet glue, just flat onto the page. So now I'm going into the 6x12 sticker sheet, and this one is a gold foil sticker that says having fun, and then I find a lovely circular piece that says today, which I just tuck underneath that heart, and then a word that says this in that lovely orange, so it complements the papers that I've tucked underneath that central piece really nicely. Finally, I'm going to come in with some gold splatters, and that's the layout done. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I'm continuing to enjoy digging into my Discover and Create from Vicki Boutin. I'm sure you'll see it again in the coming days. See you tomorrow. Bye.